Hi, good people. How are you doing? I hope that you're all doing good and you're enjoying each and every step of this journey, the life journey. I always say that it's a very short trip. Just enjoy the challenges that you face. Just know that they are coming with a reason and to make your testimony even more colorful. So, I'm about to go to the gym, but guess what? I'm intentionally creating time to create content, despite how tight my schedule is. So I'm going to shoot a video right away before I even get out of this house. I might be able to edit or I can edit as I go to the gym or so, but it's going to be up today. And I did a Q&A yesterday. Yeah, I did a very nice Q&A. Let me just open this phone on Instagram. Yeah, on Instagram. You asked me most of the questions. I can say that most of these questions are very, very relevant. I thank God for that, for even respecting the fact that you're just asking very relevant questions, revolve around the businesses and all that, not anything like too private also. So I cannot complain. And if I find any question that doesn't make any sense to me, I'm just going to skip it. So let me just answer most of the questions. First question is, where do you begin your business when you have no idea of where to start? Where do you begin your business when you have no idea of where to start? If you don't have an idea of where to start, that is not the perfect time to start your business. Just don't start a business. Otherwise, you're going to put money into something and you're going to lose that money. You have to have an idea. You have to take time, do your research, get tired, spend your time on Alibaba, on Instagram page accounts, on Amazon. Just see whatever people are doing, see whatever people are trying to sell, see whatever it is trending. Then from there, from your own research, you're going to get an idea. Sorry, what's that? You're going to get an idea of what you're going to do. It's work. You have no idea. Most people think that getting business idea is something that you can be just told by someone, hey, come on, just do this and that. It doesn't work like that. You have to put the work, see the opportunities that come probably with the place that you work, the situation that you're in. Also, see the amount of money that you have in place to work with. Yeah, if it is $100, you're limited to things that can go for at least less than $100, maybe plus the shipping cost, and you can be able to sell. If your budget is $200, if your budget is $500, so many things affect the type of business that you're going to do and the idea that you're going to settle on. Also, the location that you're in also determines the business that you can always do. Yeah. So if you don't have an idea, please don't do it until you get an idea. I say so that, and I tell most of my students that, so that you might not lose your money. So until you're ripe, that is when you're supposed to go for it. Until you've put work in it and gotten an idea of what you can do, then that is when to do it and how to go about it. Yeah, but the best way to look for something that you can do in terms of business is just look at the surrounding and see what is missing. Because in business, you have to solve a problem. Whatever business that you're trying to do, what problem are you trying to solve? That is the first question that you should always ask yourself. If I'm trying to bring in laptops in the country, why am I doing them? Do we have a shortage for laptops? Why am I shipping them? Is it that my laptops are going at a cheaper price compared to whatever it is on Jumia, whatever it's on Jumia and all our social accounts, Instagram, Facebook, and all that, sellers. You have to have a reason why you're doing something, the business that you're trying to do. The next question is, I don't have it's not a question. I don't have a question, but I want to thank you for the good work you're doing to us. May Almighty, I haven't seen the other part. May the Almighty God bless you, Ray. See you soon. See you soon. Thank you so much. I feel so nice when I get such a message. How do I sell on IG, that is Instagram, without paying influencers. I've never paid an influencer for me to be able to sell on Instagram. That is one of the things that I completely discourage you from doing. Instagram has the running of ads. You can run adverts. They are much effective than just paying someone some money to mention your business name, and probably you're not even going to get the feedback. For the people that are out there that have ever tried to use an influencer, you paid them some amount of money to mention your page. Did you get that money back and do some sales? That is the biggest question. Did you ever get that money back and do your sales? Chances are you didn't. Because most of them don't deliver. I can say that for sure. And then when you use an influencer to mention your business and all that, not everyone watch those people. Mostly potential customers don't have time to even watch those so-called influencers. So I always advise you to create your page the way I've taught in my Telegram class. And by the way, if you haven't joined my 7 days import class, sorry for that. If you haven't joined my 7 days imports class, it's time to come and just join. I only charge 2,000 Kenya shillings or $25. I'm going to put down the link below. I'm going to put it down below so that you can be able to join the Telegram class. You're going to learn how to create a page that you expect to do your sales in there, because the problem is how to create your page, a business page. And creating a business page is not as easy as most people think. It can take me a whole 2 months to create a business page because I already have so many other things doing. But for you that you're trying to start, it is going to take you at least 2 weeks or 3 weeks to create a successful business page that you expect to do your sales in there. I teach that a lot because I'm those people that fully rely on Instagram to do my sales. Like, I don't have walk-ins. I can tell you that for sure. I don't have walk-ins. I know I have physical locations, not one, because I've been there since 9 years. This is my 9th year. So back then, we used to survive on physical locations, but now things have changed. COVID came and changed everything. People want to shop things from the comfort of their houses. So I do take a lot of time to just teach you how to create a successful Instagram page, how to import your things from Alibaba and all that. So just join my Telegram class. But I would discourage you, and I know I've taught thousands of people how to do business even on Instagram. One thing that I discourage them is to use influencers to run their adverts. Those things don't pay back. And if you're there, if you've ever tried, let me know the feedback. One day, I think it was in the year 2017 or year 2018, there's these people that I saw that were influencers, but I was doing so well on Instagram. I was doing a sales of like $500 a day through my running of ads and everything. So I saw these influencers and I saw so many people were using them. And me as a human being, I got myself into it and I wrote them an email. First, I congratulated them for the work that they are doing and all that, the inspiration and all that. It's a couple that they are giving people out here in terms of, blah, 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 blah. So then I told them I would want to run an advert with them. And they were like, and I told them that this is my page and I asked them for the charges. And then, what? I'll never forget. And then they send me the rate, their rate card. And they're telling me that, it's a perfect timing. We are actually flying out of the country. We are going for a holiday. So it's a perfect timing. So you're supposed to give them the clothes. I remember I used to sell very expensive t-shirts. I do t-shirts and sneakers. So they were like, you can give us the clothes and mostly the shoes. They loved the sneakers so much because they are always very unique. They are sneakers that you cannot find in the country. So they were like, you dress us and then you're supposed to pay 80,000 Kenya shillings. 80, that is $800. And then they are going to make a YouTube video, they are going to mention me, blah, 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 and all that. Now, this was my question. I pay the most expensive ad that I run on Instagram is worth $50. Yeah, that's the most expensive ad, one-time ad that I can run. Very expensive is $50. When I do an advert of $50, I do a sales of $600 all the way to $1,200. Yeah, max. That's the range. So my question was to them, this is the amount of money that I run an advert with. $5, I do a sales of $600 to $1,200. Now you with the $800 ad, I'm expected to make at least $6,000, $6,000 sales and above. Is it something that you can achieve? And that was a hard question for them to answer. Very hard. And that is what I want you to learn as business people. When you're paying an influencer, first let them show that they can deliver. I'm giving you this amount of money. Are you going to deliver? And if there is no delivery, what do I expect? Are you supposed to return my money back? Or what is supposed to happen? You have to come up with such a strategy. But most people, they only just pay the influencers the money or give them the products. And some just love those free stuff. Then doesn't matter whether you make your sales or not, you're just there. Me, for my case, it can never work like that. I'm a business person, so I'm so strict when it comes to all these things. So I would discourage you from using influencers to completely rely on to do your sales. How do I sell on IG? Okay, that one I've answered. Davy, what? What's your net worth? Does it really matter? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That is a bit private. Net worth. Worry not about net worth. As long as you're comfortable, as long as you have a roof on top of your head, as long as you can be able to eat, as long as you have a bed where you can sleep at night and just wake up and run your errands, as long as you can pay your bills, you're good to go. Forget about net worth. Will you mind helping me promote my business through your social media? I don't do that. I'm sorry. I don't do that. I can't help you. Instead, just run an advert the way I've taught you guys on Telegram. That's the best thing that I can advise you to. Do you have any connections for imports from Egypt to Nairobi? What do you want to import from Egypt? That's the question. What does Egypt produce that you want to import in the country? Not really a question, but I would love to be mentored by you. Oh, girl, you're most welcome. Just join the imports class. I'm there, and then we do a live in there either on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. I'll be there to mentor you, just the way I've mentored thousands and thousands of people out there since last year, April. Hello, are you hiring medical engineers? I know it may be inappropriate, but thought of asking. No, I'm not. I know I get this question so many times. I'm not hiring medical engineers because we already have one biomed. We have one biomed, and I only need one, and that's it. How do you manage to be so humble? It's because of the word of God. The Bible says God uplifts the humble and does what to the proud. I like, as much as possible, as much as I'm a human being, I always try as much as possible to put into practice the things that have been written in the Holy Book. Why did you try buying land without involving an advocate? I've never tried buying land. I never had money like this going to buy a land without involving an advocate. I've never. So I think it's a video that you saw where that was, if you watch that video, you're going to relate with whatever I was talking about. We were a group and we were just taken somewhere by those people to just go see lands, but not buy. Me, I cannot. And then me, maneno za shamba. Me, when are you planning to resume online classes? They're ongoing. The classes are ongoing and they have been there. Every week, I teach a minimum of less than 220 people in a week. So the class is still going on. Join the Telegram class using the link below. I'm going to put the link down on the description box. Yes. Can I pay again for Telegram training? I have a small kid. It is shut down before saving them. No, you don't have to. Just send me a DM. Relight this message all over again on my DM. I'm going to help you, my dear. Do you save in any circle? Do I save in any circle? No. I'm very different in so many ways. And I'm sure as you watch me, you've noted that I'm so different. I do things differently. Saving in a circle, I don't do that. If there's some money that I need to put up for investment, I'm going to walk myself to the central bank and see what I'm going to invest in. Savings, I don't have savings like the way I'm putting money somewhere. Like saving like 100 shillings per week and all that, because I'm a business person. Also, rarely would you find business people with savings plan somewhere, but they always have the money. But savings, no, because you're always using the money to buy stocks, using money to do other things. My money is never put somewhere. I'm doing some savings. I have tons of business to run, so I don't. But I do invest. If I have some cash that I would want to invest in, I'll walk myself to central bank. I don't also do circles, my dear. I only use banks. I only do banks. So is it okay to use currency converter? This is a person who is trying to do inputs. This is a good question. This is a person who is trying to do inputs. And another thing, when you're trying to do inputs, you'll need the dollars to exchange from, because the suppliers will give you their PIs in dollars or in their currencies. So you don't use the currency converter to convert the money that is in the totals in your PI. It doesn't work like that. A currency converter only works for a person who is trying to trade currencies. You're not trading currencies. You go to the bank, you see how much they are selling the dollar at, how much they are buying the dollar at. So that is the rate that you're supposed to use. Not whatever you Google. It's going to mislead you. You're going to Google you're going to use the currency converter. You'll see that, the money or the dollar is being exchanged at maybe 126, but when you go to the bank, to the counter, it's 144, and you'll start wondering what's going on. No, you don't use that. So always take yourself to the bank and see the exchange rate of the day, because it changes. Today it's on a Monday, it's new, it's not whatever it was on Saturday, on Friday, so it changes every day. Or you can ask your agent. Your agent is a person who transacts money every day. A person who transacts money every day, dollars, currencies, can always tell you how much it is being exchanged at. Okay, these questions, there are many. Well, I'll just answer the ones that I'll be able to. What is your take on China Square? My take on China Square, I did a video last week. Just go and watch it. Just watch it. Yeah. Just watch it on YouTube. Insight on business that one can do in very hot areas. I have no insight. How much does it cost to be mentored? I charge 2,000 Kenya shillings and $25 for the people that are out of the country. Use the link on my description box to join the class. What advice do you have for new moms? Oh, I'm a mom. most people that don't know, I'm a mom, and a mom of very small babies because I've given birth like this. My babies are almost at the same age. They are very young. So I think I'm the best person to answer this question. One thing is I would tell you is that just enjoy, take it easy. Enjoy the journey and take it easy. Read a lot of books, watch a lot of things that are going to help you become a better mom. So most people think that becoming a good parent, it's automatic. It isn't. It isn't. Just read books, invest in books. Amazon have one of the best books. I don't know. There's a book that I can just go and pick, and let me just show you that book. I'm coming. So I would advise, oops. This is one of the books that I would advise you to get. Sorry, I have to edit that. This is one of the books that I would advise you to get. It's really going to help you to become a better mom. So read books. It's called For Raising Your Child by Dr. Posey and Dr. Julian. I got it on Amazon, so you can always get it on Amazon. So read more books to help you become a better parent. Another thing is always know that kids grow very fast. They're going to grow very fast. So each and every moment that you have with your kids, take it as a precious moment. And anything that you do to your kids, one thing that I promised myself is that I'll always do things in plans to make memories for them. I want them when they grow up to just sit and just say, you know, when I was a baby, my mom used to do this, my dad used to do this, you know, we used to go to these places, we'd go for dinners. Those are the things that is what I concentrate on. Anything that I do to my child, I do it in a way that I want to make memories for those kids to always narrate and think about when they grow up. And that is how I've been doing with all my babies. So once you're conscious of making good memories for your child, then you can always be, you know, cautious of the things that you do with your child, and just be aware that whatever you're doing to that child is going to remember once they grow up. And another thing I would advise you is bring up your child yourself if you have the power to. Don't delegate duties to, or maybe other people out there, or give out your child. You know, just do it yourself if you can. Just do it you yourself if you can. Be an active parent. That is really going to help you to understand your child. Even if they deviate, you can always know that this child is trying to deviate. You can always understand your child. Most children whom their kids were like not in their lives for quite some time, those parents get a very hard time to even try and understand their children. So that's an advice that I've given you. And another advice I would give you that may seem a bit stupid, but it is worth it. Feed your children well. As a new mom, feed your children well. When I became a mom, my mom told me, now you're a mom, I want you to always feed your child well. It doesn't matter whatever it is. Just they rather sleep on a mattress on the floor, but let them eat the best meals. Reason being, those kids will be healthy. You won't be going to hospitals all the time. That was an advice that my mama gave me. And if I can remember how I grew up eating the best meals. Best meals. Like I don't know what, but the best meals. So always feed your child with the best meals. If it is milk, just make sure you've given them milk. If it's an egg, make sure you've given them an egg. Make sure you've given them some veggies. Make sure you've balanced all the proteins and all that. It's going to help you. Your kid is going to be very, very energetic and very healthy. Illness will not be their portion. Most people ignore that factor and feed their children with maybe junks or anything that they find, forgetting that counts when it comes to that child's health. Another from the time you give birth to them. That's one thing that you should always do. Another thing is always ask them, what do you think about mama? Has mama done anything bad to you? What would you want me to change? Am I okay? Always be vulnerable and ask them that. There are people who are fighting things in life that if their parents ever sat them down and asked them, am I doing things the right way, or do you think I need to change something? Their lives would be completely different. There are people that were hurt and hurt and hurt by their parents countless times, and the parent was not aware that they are going overboard. And the parent was not aware that they are hurting them to that extent. So to make things clean, always ask your child, do you think there's something that I need to change? Do you think there is anything that I've done that you think that I need to stop doing? Always ask them like that. I do that all the time. Sometimes I get negative feedback, but I realize that, okay, I need to change on that. There's a time I asked my daughter, and my daughter started crying. I was like, hey baby, do you think mommy is a good parent, or what do you think that I'm not doing right? And she started crying, and I asked her, why are you crying? And she was like, you know what? I feel like you've beaten me 2 times, and it was not fair. The times that you did that to me, it was not fair. Please, you could have just told me. And she's a small baby. Maybe if I did something wrong. And I remembered, right, yes. I had spanked her 2 times. 2 times, yeah. And sure, nilikuwa namuonea, but because she was becoming a spoiled brat. But it was inappropriate. There is always a better way of communicating and, disciplining your children. Also, as a new mom, always know that dialogue is quite important. No matter how small your child is, address them as grown-ups. Just they're human beings. Tell them, address them. They're going to understand. Don't take them like babies. Don't cover things assuming that they don't understand. They are babies. They understand everything. Always address them as grown-ups, and you'll see they'll be very mature people. They'll be very different children. You just say, yeah, just tell them, hey, I want us to do this and that. Hey, I'm doing this and that. Hey, pray for me. They should be your prayer warriors, your kids. Pray for me. Mommy wants to fly out of the country, wants to do this and that. Daddy wants to do this and that. Always let them to pray for you so that they can know that it is through prayers that you've achieved the things that you've achieved in life, and you're in the place that you are in. Also tell them to, once they grow up and you're paying even their school fees and all that, always, you as parents, always tell them, you know what? I want us to pray for school fees. I want us to pray for this. Always let them know that if you don't pray for it, you're not going to get it. So you better pray for it so that your parents can have an easy time looking for that specific thing. Wow, I've dwelt on that topic. Have I forgotten anything else? Maybe I'll do a video on parenting. And hi, how does one import products from China and sell on Amazon US? Okay, Amazon. You can all create Amazon accounts because it's all the things to do with Amazon. Creating an Amazon account, it's on social media. It's on YouTube. We have tons and tons of videos on YouTube explaining how to create an Amazon account. But now the problem is most people cannot be able to send things on Amazon because they don't know how to ship products from Alibaba or from the suppliers that have, suppliers from China. And that is where I come and fill the gap. I teach you how to source things from China. I teach you how to all that. So it becomes easy for you to get products from China to any Amazon marketplace, not only US, because you choose wherever you'd want to sell your products. But obviously US is one of the best markets to sell your products. So join my imports class. You're going to learn how to get your things from China. And that is the only problem, and that would be the only handle. Oops, my phone. Let me get to the next question. Wait. Will I even be able to get done with these questions? And time is not on my side. just saying thank you for assuring us about the KRA consolidation case. No stress, no stress. And let me tell you, there are new updates. There are new updates. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to post it in there. But God has worked in our favor. But we have new updates. I'm going to share that information with you right there. Not a question, but we thank God for your existence. May He keep expanding you. Oh, Dottie. Amen. And thank you so much. What's your take on the dollar, especially how it affects us importers? I'm telling you, the dollar has gotten to another level as we speak. And not only when it comes to us, when you talk of even the pound, as we speak, I think the dollar is more expensive, more doing much better than the pound. So it's something that is out there. We have to work with it as it is. A business person does not stop doing business because of something like dollar. The dollar does not affect you, and it's not supposed to affect you in any way. Okay, the impact is the end user. The end user, the customer, is going to feel the pinch. But you as a business person, you're supposed to continue doing your imports. You're going to continue doing your thing. It's only that the prices of the items are going to change. Just that and nothing else. If you have dollars, you better preserve them because, things are getting to, I don't know. I can't even explain. But it is not supposed to affect you as an importer. No. The person that it affects is the end user, and that is the client. The change of the prices of the items. What advice would you give to a fresh graduate who feels lost? Wow, an advice that I would give a fresh graduate that feels lost. Now, I don't know where to start this. First, I'll talk about the people in colleges and in the universities. Then I'll get to the graduates. One of the best things that I learned when I was in the medical school is that it's entrepreneurship. I did it as a common course, and we started doing we became entrepreneurs as young as we were with the small resources that we had. So to the person that is in the university and all that, better plan for a soft landing once you graduate. Plan as early as now, even if in your first year, even for the people that just graduated from high school and you have smartphones. Just this year, not much, but I think it was in January or Feb. The people that even just graduated from high school, get yourselves into business. You guys, you're living in very different times. In our times, things were different. And if I was as young as you at these times, probably I'll be a billionaire because you have smartphones. You can get your things from China, even with as less as $50, even on Alibaba. You can be able to sell even on Instagram. You can start making money even when you're in class. We have shelves. You can just go and store your items there. People can do their pickups when you're in class. You can do business as you do things. And this idea of concentrating on one thing, if you're into books, you're concentrating on books and nothing else. What? The world is going to teach you something else once you graduate. Just be open-minded, do other things. Learn how to make money. That is the key thing. As you learn, as you're in school, just learn how to make money. Money is the most important thing. So start as early as now. I know I've taught so many graduates, people just who are in school and who just graduated. Continue getting into that class. Let me teach you. Let me give you my suppliers. Let me give you my agents, my consolidators. Learn how to ship your things from China. Come create Instagram pages the way I've taught you. Start doing your sales. Then start saving up. Saving. Because you don't have a lot of time to do so much. Sometimes if your business grows to a level where you can fly to Dubai and all the other places to pick stocks, just plan your classes. If your class is on Thursday, fly on Thursday, get back in the country on Sunday evening, pick your items, come and sell. That is how people do out here. That is how people work. And be aggressive. Be aggressive at your younger age. I'm telling you, any person you see and admire, just know that they are not basic. They worked extra hard. Someone that you always see that driving a good car and you're like, oh, I would want to drive that car. I would want to live in such a house. I would want my babies to school in that, international school. Those people work day and night. If you want to achieve that, you have to start it as early as possible. When you're young, you, the people that are in the colleges and all that, you're young and you're naive. It helps you to explore so many avenues when it comes to businesses because you don't mind losing. Below 25, you start a business, you lose, you get to another one, you lose, you get to another. You don't mind, and it does not affect you because you're naive in terms of business. I don't know whether you understand that. When you get to your 30, 32, 33, you lose your 2,000 Kenya shillings, you lose your $30. It aches you overnight. You cannot even sleep thinking of how you started business and you lost that $50. It bothers you a lot because the responsibilities are on another level. So it bothers you so much that you even fear starting. That is why you find when you're 25, or maybe mainly when you're 28 and above or 30 and above, you fear to start a business because you have the fear of losing. But when you're young and naive, you lose as you move. I lost when I was below 25. I started not less than like 6 businesses. I lost. I'm telling you, even my first import, I was less than that age, 25. I lost a lot of money. I started another one. I had a dream of coming up with my makeup line, trying to create things from scratch. That is, these ones and all that. Looking for, botanical clay and all that. So many things I lost. I tried another thing, I lost. I kept losing until I found my ground. And it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me because my responsibilities was not as much as the ones that I'm having right now. And when you're young, that is how it is. That is how nature is. So start as early as now. And start the culture, have the culture of like minding your own business. You're in class, you're taking your course, you're concentrating on your books. If you're not on your books, you are on your phone responding because you have an advert running on Instagram, responding to your clients. You don't have to tell it to even your desk mate. Just mind your own business. Just do your things, concentrate on yourself. Yeah. So that you might not have a lot of distractions. Any person that I schooled with, I know you can see me. They know that and they never understood me because I was always minding my own business. What they never knew is that Ray was making money. Ray was making money. I didn't have time for anything. It was me in the hospital, me in class, or in my house doing my things. And I didn't even entertain visitors to come and visit me in my house. I didn't entertain visitors, and I was living well. I was living in a nice house, but I didn't entertain visitors. You couldn't call me to just tell me, hey Ray, let's go out somewhere. I didn't have that time. I just lived my life throughout my years in school, and they really helped me to manage my life. By the time I was graduating, I had enough money in my account, first to help me relocate to the place that I was relocating to, and to settle down in a new place and to just move on with life. I had enough, and that's all that I can advise you. Once you don't have a lot of distractions from people, hey, let's go and drink, oh, let's go and do this, oh, it helps you really concentrate on your life and just do your thing. That goes to all the students in the colleges and the universities. Take that and take that seriously. Just mind your own business, make your money, put your life together. At the end of the day, once you graduate, you'll never see those people again. I don't know how many people I've seen since we graduated, like less than 5. And that is like, I don't know how many years ago. I cannot remember the amount of people that I've seen. No. Sionangi ata, we don't come together. We don't ever see one another because we are all busy. So start something early. and concentrate on your own things. Build your spirituality, build your character. Your character is really going to be built at that moment when you are in the college or in the university. Also, another thing is don't do things out of, being carried away, peer pressure. Don't do that. Once you mind sitting in your own house and just doing your own things, there's nothing like peer pressure. I've never gotten myself into anything to do with peer pressure. I think it's because I'm an introvert and I was always minding my own business. And even right now that I'm a mother, you'll never find me with groups of women moving around, I don't know, doing this and that. I don't have that time. So to a person who've already graduated, and maybe you had not planned yourself well, you had not planned a soft landing after you've graduated for yourself, after graduating, there's always a place to start. Don't feel discouraged, because the moment you feel discouraged, the moment you start feeling as if there's no tomorrow, that is the end of you. Protect yourself. And you know what? No matter how bad you feel about your life, no matter how good you feel about your life, life still moves on. Doesn't matter how bad you feel. Doesn't matter whether you're feeling depressed. Doesn't matter whether you're feeling discouraged with life. You've lost hope. Life still moves on. The clock is ticking. Once you realize that, you just wake up and just, let yourself know that I have to do it and I have to start somewhere. And there is a place to start. There might be no jobs. And I don't know whether still people look for jobs. You're not supposed to bother looking for job at this time. At this time, don't bother looking for jobs. Just get something. Get a business for yourself. Create your own employment. That is the best thing that you can do right now. Once you create your own employment, you'll get to a level that no one can even hire you. No one can even afford to hire you. I don't think that there is any job that I would be told to do and get myself into it. An 8 to 5 job? No, thank you. Doesn't matter whether it's a government job. Last year I got an opportunity to get a government job and I was like, no, thank you, I'm not doing it. There is no job there's no one who can afford to hire you. Once you learn how to make your own money and to employ yourself and to do your own thing, start somewhere. If you're having like $100, that is like 15 or 13,000 Kenya shillings. Just get your items, start selling. Look at the thing that is missing around, start importing, start selling. Create content. I never knew how much content pays until I created, when it comes to YouTube, until I created a YouTube channel. I'm going to do a video and show you. I think it's because of the people that watch me and the parts of the country that I'm so, not country, but parts of the world that my videos are really watched, but it pays some good amount of money. Just have a look at your laptop. Just see how you can make use of it. Google has tons and tons of courses that it offers. Just look at a short course that you can do and just get into it. Those are the small things that, are working for us. The person, my stylist who does my nails and my pedicure and all that, is a graduate. Sorry, let me just speak a little about her. She's a graduate. She graduated from the university. And then she was like, I think there is no job out here. She went on YouTube, learned how to do the nails and makeup and all that. Right now, she owns 2 spas. Can you imagine? Right now, she owns 2 spas. She does nails. She has employees. She has people that she's working with. So you don't necessarily have to rely on whatever you got yourself in school. Just look something that you can even learn, a skill that you can learn even on YouTube, and put it into practice. You have no idea how much it is going to pay you. You have no idea how much it is going to pay you. Back in the days, if I knew how life would be right now, probably I wouldn't even have wasted my time in the medical school. I would have gone for something that I'm going to do for like 6 months or 1 year and I'm good to go. I've really dwelt on that. So start somewhere and start working on yourself and your life. And never forget that no matter how things are thick, life is still moving on and life will still move on. I'm telling you, if you ever realize that, you'll always get the energy to wake up and just fix something in your life. It doesn't matter how sick you are. That is why the other video that I was doing on mental illnesses and mental health, I was telling people, if you ever realize that you're in a dark place mentally, check yourself in a psychiatric clinic, get medication, take your medicine, then fix your mental health, then start doing your life and protect your mental health as much as you can. Because even if you die due to depression today, people will still move on with their lives. Even if it progressed to being to psychosis and start moving around here naked, people will still move on with their lives. If you get to realize that, you become very cautious. And that is why most people like me, you can never mess up with their sanity. You mess up their sanity, they're out, like me. No, let me get to the other question. About the consolidation, are things back to normal? Yes, they are back to normal. I'm going to do a video preferably today or tomorrow in regards to that. They are back to normal. So let me just answer that at the moment because time is not on my side. I'm supposed to go and work out for a moment, then just go to the office, and one of these fine days I'll take you on a tour of where I work, the things that I do and all that. We said I have a section for the lifestyle. I'm going to be putting most of those things out there. I'm also trying to start a podcast where I'll come with my guests and we are going to speak and share some wisdom with you. I'm looking forward to start that section for the podcast, but at the moment, just enjoy the videos that I'm trying to shoot out there for you. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and turn on the notification bell. If you haven't joined the Inputs class, business Inputs class, just subscribe using the link down below. It's only 2,000 Kenya shillings or $25 from all over the world. Whatever I'm teaching something that is going to work for you when you're in Brazil, Australia, Finland, Senegal, any other place. And I've taught people from all over the world.